Hello world, it's National Time, back to the fourth episode of our ASCII art series. So, I went ahead and made Happy Wheels, just because I love Happy Wheels. I'm going to be making another videos whenever I'm with that and the car yard coming back. I have not forgotten about them, it's just time's been kind of tough, you know. I don't have time to sit down and play Happy Wheels and Agario for 30 minutes at a time anymore, and I'm really sad about that, but they will be coming back hopefully soon, hopefully in the next couple weeks, so there's that. If you haven't already seen it posted already, because I'm actually posting I'm actually recording all 4 of these first ASCII art videos at the same time, so it very well could be that you see Happy Wheels and Agario appear before you see this video, because my let's just say my ability to think forward isn't always the greatest, but I'm hoping that if I can get plenty of weeks of this series down, it'll give me some time to get ready for my 3rd and 4th programming series. So, but I don't want to bore you with my details. Let's just get back to the code. Alright, so we've covered basically everything so far, and now we're going to display the ASCII image in a form browser using the form application method. So this is just pretty unassuming. It's just kind of there. I mean, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Let's scroll up, and this is what it's going to do. So we want to create a new form, and it's going to be called new form, coincidentally enough. So form new form equals new form. Great, thank you, C#. So we want to create a web browser within the form, and we're going to create a web browser, and we're going to call it, significantly enough, browser is going to equal a new system.windows.forms.web browser. Great, so awesome, thank you. And then browser.anchor. What that does is basically it takes the 4 corners of the browser and it anchors them to the 4 corners of the form that you're creating. Browser.location is going to equal, it's the top left point is what it's specifying. It's going to be at 0, 0, which is the top left hand corner of the form. The browser name is going to be ASCII art. Browser size is going to be 1000 by 1000, and it's going to be the same size as our form that we created. The 1000 is in pixels right here. It's going to be the same size as our new form. Here's where things get important. Our new form.auto scale mode. We're going to set that to none, and what that does is it makes sure that each of the characters do not take up more space than we need them to. Like for example, an @ symbol is obviously larger than a period, but what this auto scale mode does, it stops that from happening. So the period takes up the same amount of space as the @ symbol, and then we're going to add the browser to our form controls, and then we're going to perform the layout here, and then we're going to set, here's the second most important part, and we're going to say browser.document text, which means we're going to be inserting the HTML or the document text, and we're going to set it equal to pre bracket plus font size is 0 plus globals.content. The content is that string that we created that generates our image. Remember, it has the 2 brackets at the end of each line, and it's going to register that as a new line. So as soon as it sees that BR, it's going to jump and it's going to create a new line, and then it's going to end the brackets here. So that basically this is just some HTML cleanup that we need to do before it'll register our global content variable, and then we're going to run the application. It's going to run the new form. So that's basically it. And forms are very useful tools in C#. You can create full web pages that have back forwards. It can save web pages. It can actually access real web pages, and this is a way like you can create your own browser. So if you don't like Safari or Firefox or whatever, you can literally create your new browser from a C# method. I'm not going to make it too complicated here, but we could later on. And what we could end up doing also is we can make it to where we can insert a new picture, and then it can just pop it from there instead of having to reinitialize the whole program itself. Another option we could look at moving forward is adding color to the ASCII image, and that's something that I'm hoping to do in the 5th video. That's going to be recorded later. And then another thing we could look at into is finding an ability to save the new web page as either a web page or a picture. So that's something we can always look at as well. So that's basically what we're doing here is we're creating a new form, we're creating a browser within the form, and then we're taking that string that we generated in our content, and then we're going to be displaying it in that browser. And that's what these commands do here. Basically it just sets up the form, and then it sets up the browser within the form, and then it displays the content in the document text of the browser. That's how it works. And then let's do one more show of how it's going to work. We're going to hit start. It's going to process. It's going to ask us to find a file. And what should we do this time? Let's do Agarrio. Agarrio sounds good. See what Agarrio looks like. And then this is the browser itself. And my house is haunted apparently. I'm recording the day after Halloween, so creepy. So, and this is what it looks like. And this is the browser. This right here is the browser. This is the content string. As you can see, you don't actually see the BRs at the end because that stands for break, and it just creates the next line. If you'd like, I can just do like a quick debug later on. I can show you how it actually looks, but it's just one giant one-line big string, and it ends up taking over the whole command prompt. But this is what it ends up looking like. I think this actually looks pretty cool. I think this might actually be my next Agarrio thumbnail. I think that looks pretty neat. Wow, fancy. And then you can always use the snipping tool from Windows and get a snip of this and create your thumbnails from it. So this is going to be the last video that I'm going to be recording today. So this should be in about roughly 3 to 4 weeks that you'll see this. But I will continue to work on this. I'm hoping to add some color. Definitely that's one of the things that I want to improve on. And I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 more videos from this series. If you have any suggestions, any comments, any concerns, anything that you just want to say to me, you can always reach me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, comment below. A like and subscribe is always appreciated. And Pinkie Pie, we'll see you all in the next video.